With our 3-minute daily dose of Torah this week, Parashat Shoftim, which opens with the exhortation, Shoftim v'shotrim titen lecha b'chol sha'arecha, the obligation to set up a system of courts in all of your gates. What a strange statement, to set up your courts b'chol sha'arecha. I would have expected something more like, I don't know, b'chol mekomecha, in all of your places, b'chol irecha, in all of your cities. So what do I mean by b'chol she'arecha? So here's our first introduction to the biblical era of how communities were structured and where things happened. I guess the first question is to understand, what is a sha'ar? What is a gate? Now, you should know that we have an obligation to put a mezuzah on a gate. It has to be certain expectations, but you put a mezuzah on a gate, so there's a substance to it. There's a thing there. Now we even do it on a simple little gate, but it's clear that the Sha'ar Ha'ir, the gate of the city, didn't just happen to be a doorway that brought you from outside to inside, that was on some metal fence. But the Sha'ar Ha'ir was a place where a great deal happened. That gate. How thick was it? They have thick gates. We know about, if you just think about the Sha'ar Yafo, the Jaffa Gate, when you're going to the old city. It's a thick gate with space, with really, in effect, two different sets of doors. I don't know whether that, of course, that's not a biblical city. That's a much later city from the time of the Ottomans. But I would probably need to have spent more time right now looking at some archaeologist depictions of the gates of various biblical cities, but they were wide. And the gate of the city is where municipal matters were handled, and where people who had complaints against others would go. You would go to that space, and that's where the court would meet, where the judges would sit at the Sha'ar Ha'ir. So the Torah says that you should take that Shoftim and Shotrim, judges and officers, you should put in all of your gates. It doesn't only mean to say that broadly that in every place where you have a gate, and that's a city, that's where you should put them. Yes, it means that, but it could be very literally that you should be setting up the courts in the place where court would happen, and that is the Sha'ar, the gate of the city, as is described in the numerous biblical stories as well. We'll continue with this discussion of Shotim and Shotrim and Tzedek tomorrow. Have a great day.